So, Spider-Man No Way Home is confirmed to have villains from each of the 5 movies from the other 2 Spider-Man film franchises before Tom Holland's MCU version. They are the Green Goblin from Raimi's Spider-Man 1, Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2, Sandman from Spider-Man 3, the Lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man 1, and Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So let's take a quick look at these interesting characters. First is Green Goblin aka Norman Osborn, played by William Dafoe. He is the wealthy CEO of Oscorp, whose company created a performance enhancement serum, which Norman then tested on himself despite the formula being unstable. So he became super strong, but with the side effects of having a deranged split personality. With advanced military equipment stolen from Oscorp, he became the Green Goblin. His son Harry would eventually succeed him as the new Goblin in Spider-Man 3. The Mark Webb's Amazing Spider-Man series also introduced both Norman Osborn, who was dying, as well as Harry Osborn, who later became the Green Goblin of his universe. The next villain we're talking about is Dr. Octopus, played by Alfred Molina. Otto Octavius is a genius scientist who tried to revolutionize fusion technology and created mind-controlled mechanical tentacles to aid him in his experiments. But an experiment gone wrong caused the advanced AI of the metal arms to influence Otto's mind, making him the villain known as Dr. Octopus. In The Amazing Spider-Man 2, we get to see that universe's version of Dr. Octopus's tentacles, kept inside the Oscorp building. The next villain who is returning is the Sandman, played by Thomas Hayden Church. Flint Marko here is a professional criminal who once accidentally caused the death of Ben Parker. Years later, while on the run from the police, he fell into a large chamber filled with sand at a remote testing facility. The radioactive sand that buried him altered his DNA, giving him the powers to shapeshift and control sand at will. And did you know that in Spider-Man Far From Home, the first fake elemental in the film was inspired by the Sandman? Identified as the Earth Elemental, it supposedly had power over rocks and sand. Moving on, the next villain is the Lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man, played by Rhys Evans. Dr. Curt Connors was a scientist at Oscorp Industries. In an attempt to regrow his amputated right arm, he created a formula that would give him the ability to regrow limbs like a lizard. But the introduction of the reptilian DNA not only transformed his entire physiology into a large lizard-like humanoid, but also caused his reptilian mind to take over, making him a savage. The Raimi Spider-Man films actually already introduced Dr. Curt Connors years earlier as Peter Parker's college professor. However, we never got to see him change into the Lizard. And then from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, we've got Electro, played by Jamie Foxx. Max Dillon was an electrical engineer formerly employed at Oscorp Industries. It's always Oscorp. One day, Max got shocked with electricity while fixing a broken power line, before falling down into a tank of genetically modified electric eels, which proceeded to attack him, of course. The accident turned him into a being of pure electrical energy. He was given a suit by Harry Osborn and dubbed himself Electro. If you are interested in watching every live-action Spider-Man villain ever depicted, make sure to watch this other video that we already made here. Thank you for watching.